My girlfriend posted a quote on Facebook after an argument. Sometimes you have to walk away from toxic men. I liked the post and commented I agree. Then I posted a photo of her suitcases on the driveway and tagged her with the caption, "Start walking." Okay, so I need to get this off my chest because the last 48 hours have been absolutely insane and I am still trying to wrap my head around what just happened. Some background first. I am 29 years old and I bought my house 3 years before I even met my girlfriend. Saved for years, worked overtime until my eyes bled. Made sacrifices most people my age would not dream of making. The house is mine, my name on the deed, my sweat equity in every wall. My girlfriend is 27. When we started dating, she was paying $1,400 monthly for this tiny studio apartment, and she complained about it constantly. Like constantly. The rent is killing me. The space is too small. My neighbors are so loud. I swear every single conversation somehow circled back to how miserable her living situation was. About 8 months ago, I made the suggestion that changed everything. I told her, hey, why don't you just move in with me? Save some money. We had been together about a year at that point, and things seemed solid. I thought it would help her financially and bring us closer together. Big mistake. The kind of mistake you only recognize when you are standing in your own driveway photographing suitcases for Facebook. The agreement was simple, and we discussed it multiple times before she moved a single box. She would pay $600 monthly toward utilities and groceries. No rent since I already owned the place outright. This seemed more than fair. She would be saving $800 every single month compared to her old place while living in an actual house instead of a cramped studio. She agreed so fast I should have seen the red flag waving right in my face. First month she paid on time. I remember thinking, okay, this is going to work out perfectly. Second month she hit me with the "can I pay you next week because it is a tight month?" Sure, whatever, I get it. Sometimes cash flow gets weird. By month 6 I had received maybe $2,000 total. Should have been $3,600. I stopped asking because I did not want to seem petty or like I was nickel and dimming my own girlfriend. That was my first mistake. Meanwhile, she was living her best life on what I assume was my dime. Ordering takeout 4 or 5 times a week. Getting her nails done every 2 weeks like clockwork. New clothes showing up constantly. Amazon packages arriving so often the delivery guy knew her by name. But somehow she could never scrape together $600 monthly for shared household expenses. The math was not mathing. The argument that started this whole disaster happened last Tuesday night around 9. I was standing at the sink doing dishes from dinner that I cooked, because I always cook. She was sprawled on the couch scrolling through her phone like she did every single night while I cleaned up after both of us. I said, hey, can you help clean up? She did not even look up from her phone. I am tired, had a long day, I worked too, and I cooked dinner. Now she looked up, you offered to cook. I did not ask you to, I cook every night because you never do. She rolled her eyes so hard I thought they might get stuck. Maybe I would if you did not act like such a control freak about the kitchen. That stopped me cold. Control freak. For asking her to help wash 3 dishes after I cooked an entire meal for both of us. I am asking you to wash 3 dishes. That is not controlling. She stood up and I could see her gearing up for a fight. This is exactly why I need my own space. You are always monitoring what I do, always complaining. When you live here rent-free and do not contribute, I am not complaining. I am asking for basic partnership. Rent-free, I pay $600 a month. I actually laughed. You have paid maybe $2,000 in 8 months, and my expenses for this house are over $2,000 monthly. Utilities. Groceries you eat, everything. You are getting a massive discount and acting like I am the problem. Her face went red. I cannot believe you are keeping score. That is so toxic. I am done with this conversation. She grabbed her phone and stormed off to the bedroom. Slammed the door hard enough to rattle the pictures on the wall. I stood there for a moment just processing what had happened. Then I finished the dishes alone because apparently that was my destiny in this relationship. Went to bed around 11. She was already asleep or at least pretending to be. Wednesday morning I woke up around 6:30 and checked my phone like I always do. There was a notification that she had posted something on Facebook. I opened it and my stomach dropped straight through the floor. The post read, sometimes you have to walk away from toxic men who keep score of every little thing and make you feel guilty for existing. Know your worth, ladies. Do not let anyone dim your light. Posted at 11:47 the night before, right after our argument. Already had 23 likes and comments from her friends. You deserve better, babe. Do not let him treat you like that. Red flags everywhere, girl, run. I sat there watching my coffee get cold, reading every single comment. She had painted me as some kind of abusive monster because I asked her to help with dishes. because I mentioned she was not paying her agreed share. In her version, I was toxic for keeping score. In reality, I was just trying to have an equal partnership with someone who had no intention of being equal. Then something clicked in my brain. She wanted to walk away from toxic men. Cool, I could absolutely help with that. I liked her post. Then I typed a comment underneath it. I agree. Sometimes you really do need to walk away. 5 minutes later, my phone buzzed with a text from her. Did you just comment on my post? Yeah, you are right. People should walk away from toxic situations. In fact, I am going to help you do exactly that. That was not about you. Funny. Posted right after our argument, but okay. You are making this a bigger deal than it is. Nope. Just agreeing with your wisdom. What is that supposed to mean? I did not respond. Got dressed and went to the garage where she had stored her suitcases when she moved in 8 months ago. Brought them inside and started packing her clothes. She came out of the bedroom around 7:45 still in her pajamas, looking confused. Then she saw what I was doing and her face went pale. What are you doing? Helping you walk away from this toxic situation, just like you wanted. Are you serious right now? You posted publicly that you need to walk away. I'm assisting. Your clothes, your shoes, your bathroom stuff, all getting packed. This is insane. It was just a post. A post calling me toxic to all your friends after I asked you to help with dishes. So yeah, let us solve the problem. You leave. No more toxicity. You cannot just kick me out my house. Your name is not on anything. You are basically a guest who stopped paying their share months ago. I need time to find a place. You have had 8 months to pay your share. You have had 8 months to save money. But you have got new clothes and fresh nails and constant takeout. You will figure it out. She started crying. Where am I supposed to go? Not my problem. You wanted to walk away from toxicity. Walk. I finished packing everything. 3 suitcases, 2 boxes of random items, her laptop bag, bathroom stuff. Carried it all out to the driveway and arranged it nicely on the concrete. Then I took a photo and posted it on Facebook. Tagged her in the post. Caption, start walking. Posted it at 8:30 in the morning. Her phone started blowing up immediately. Mine too. Her mom calling, her sister calling. Mutual friends texting asking what was happening. I ignored all of it. I told her you have got until 6 tonight to get your stuff off my property. After that, I am donating whatever is left. You cannot do this. Watch me. 6 o'clock. Get it gone. She called her mom sobbing and screaming about how I was throwing her out on the street like garbage. By 10 in the morning, her mom pulled up in the driveway, an older version of my girlfriend. Same entitled attitude radiating off her like heat from asphalt. You should be ashamed of yourself, putting her belongings outside like trash. She called me toxic on Facebook. I am solving the problem. Over dishes? You are really ending a relationship over dishes. I am ending a relationship because she lives here rent-free. Contributes nothing. Complains constantly, then publicly calls me toxic for asking her to help clean. Actions have consequences. She has been helping. She cooks. She cleans. She has not cooked a meal in 3 months, has not paid her agreed contribution in 6 months. Check your facts. Her mom loaded the suitcases into her car while shooting me death glares the whole time. My girlfriend stood on the driveway crying and staring at me like I had just murdered her childhood pet. I cannot believe you are doing this. I cannot believe you posted that garbage on Facebook. We are even. They left around 11. I changed the locks by noon. Cost me $180, but worth every single penny for the peace of mind. First of all, thank you to everyone who commented on my original post. The support has been overwhelming, and some of you had questions, so let me tell you what has happened since. While cleaning out the bedroom on Thursday, I found some paperwork she left behind. Bank statements, credit card bills. I probably should not have looked, but curiosity won, and honestly, I do not regret it at all. She owes over $8,000 on credit cards. 4 different cards all maxed out. Plus over $30,000 in student loans, on a salary of roughly $42,000 annually. Everything suddenly made sense. Her old rent of $1,400 would have left almost nothing after minimum payments on her debt. Moving in with me and paying only $600 was supposed to be her rescue plan. Except she could not even manage that because she kept spending on lifestyle stuff instead of fixing her financial disaster. Found something else too. A notebook, her diary. One entry from June made my blood run cold. Need to figure out how to stay here long-term without paying as much. Maybe suggest we get married. Then it is half mine anyway. Another entry from August. He is so annoying about money. Acts like $600 is nothing when he owns the whole house. Need to train him to stop asking. Train me. Like I was a dog she was conditioning to accept being used. I photographed every single page and sent copies to myself. Friday evening around 7, my doorbell rang. Looked through the window. My ex standing there with her sister. Did not open the door. I know you are in there. Open up. No, her sister stepped closer to the door. Stop being childish. Let her get the rest of her things. She got everything. I packed it all. You missed stuff. I need my makeup from the bathroom. Already donated. Told you 6 o'clock Wednesday or it was gone. You cannot just donate someone's belongings. Sure I can. She abandoned them. Gave her a deadline. She missed it. My ex's voice cracked. I did not miss it. I got everything Wednesday. Then why are you here? Silence. Her sister tried again. She needs to talk to you. Work this out. Nothing to work out. She wanted to walk away from toxicity. She walked. We are done. You are being unreasonable. And you are trespassing. Leave or I am calling the cops. They left. But not before her sister kicked my trash can over on the way out. Real mature. Saturday morning, I got a call from a law office. Some paralegal asking if she was speaking to me, calling on behalf of your ex-girlfriend. She is seeking compensation for illegal eviction and return of her property. I actually laughed out loud. She was never a tenant. She was a guest. No lease. Nothing in writing. She lived there for 8 months. That establishes tenancy. She paid maybe $2,000 total in 8 months for a $600 monthly agreement. She violated our arrangement. I asked her to leave. She left. She is claiming you locked her out. I changed locks on my own house after she removed her belongings and left. Perfectly legal. We will be in touch. I immediately called my own lawyer. Real estate attorney I used when buying the house. Explained everything. He laughed too. She has got no case, no lease, no rental agreement. Without proof of consistent payment, she cannot establish tenancy. Even if she could, worst case, you would owe her 30 days notice. But since she left voluntarily, there is no issue. What about her threatening to sue? Let her try. Her lawyer will tell her she is wasting money. If they actually file, we will respond, but I doubt they will. Sunday, I ran into a mutual friend at the grocery store. She approached me near the produce section. Hey, heard about what happened? Yeah, listen, I know there are two sides to everything, but that Facebook post of the suitcases was pretty brutal. You saw her post calling me toxic. I did, but that did not name you specifically. Posted right after our argument at midnight about a toxic man who keeps score. Who else would that be? Fair point. But you could have handled it privately. She made it public first. I just responded in kind, by humiliating her, by agreeing with her that she should walk away. You know what I mean? I really do not. She lived in my house for 8 months, barely paid anything, then publicly called me toxic. I removed the problem. How is that wrong? It is just harsh, that is all. She walked away, have not heard from her since. Things have escalated in ways I did not expect. Some good, some absolutely ridiculous. Got an actual demand letter last Tuesday from her lawyer. She really hired one. Demands $4,800 reimbursement for 8 months of contributions, $3,200 for value of donated items, $2,000 for emotional distress. Total $10,000. I forwarded it to my lawyer. He called me back within an hour. This is garbage. She is claiming 600 monthly payments she never made. Can you prove she did not pay? I have bank statements. She paid $2,000 total. I can show every transaction. Perfect. The donated items, she abandoned them after you gave notice. Emotional distress, please. He sent a response letter. Basically said prove she paid $4,800. She cannot. Prove the items were worth $3,200. She cannot. Go pound sand. Then he added something beautiful, a counterclaim. I could document agreed $600 monthly with proof she only paid $2,000 over 8 months. Shortfall $2,800. Add groceries and utilities I paid entirely. She owed me around $4,500. He offered to forgive the debt if she dropped all claims immediately. Her lawyer went quiet after that. Then things got weird. Got an email from HR at my company requesting a meeting about a personal matter. My stomach dropped. We received a complaint about harassment. From who? A third party. They claim you have been harassing someone outside of work and it is affecting our company reputation. Meeting was Thursday morning. I brought everything, both Facebook posts, timeline, bank statements, the diary entries. HR looked it over carefully, so this is a personal relationship that ended. Yes, I asked her to leave my house. She left. Posted on Facebook calling me toxic. I responded, it is personal, nothing to do with work. She is claiming you are harassing her. I have not contacted her at all since she left. 0 calls, 0 texts, 0 anything. That is not harassment. HR reviewed the documents again. Okay, this is clearly personal. We are closing the complaint, but maybe avoid social media drama going forward. Found out later through a mutual friend that my ex's sister filed the HR complaint. Not even my ex directly. Her sister called my company pretending to be a concerned citizen. Tried to get me fired because I would not let her sister keep using me. Her mom kept calling from different numbers. Finally answered one. We need to talk about this situation. No, we do not. My daughter is devastated. She is having panic attacks. Cannot sleep, not my problem. You threw her out with nowhere to go. She is living with you. She is fine. She is not fine. She is depressed. Might need medication. Again, not my problem. She chose to publicly call me toxic. I agreed and helped her leave. Actions. Consequences, she made a mistake. She was upset. You are really going to hold one Facebook post against her forever. It was not the post. It was 8 months of her using me financially while contributing nothing. The post was just the final straw. She loves you. She loved my house and my lack of rent. Check her diary entries about training me to stop asking for her share. She is manipulative. You read her diary. She left it here. Found it while cleaning. Real eye-opening stuff about how she planned to marry me for the house. That is. You are twisting her words. I photographed every page. Want me to send them to you? Silence. You are a cruel person. I am a person who got used and ended it. Stop calling. Blocked that. Number 2. Last Friday, got a text from unknown number. I left my grandmother's necklace in the bedroom drawer. Need it back. It is a family heirloom. I remembered that necklace vaguely. She wore it maybe twice in 8 months. Nope, do not have it. I left it there. Check the drawer. Already cleaned out everything. Donated what was left after you missed your deadline. You donated a family heirloom. If it was so important, you should have gotten it Wednesday. Gave you a deadline. You missed it. I am calling the police. Go ahead. Tell them you left property at your ex's house and missed the deadline to retrieve it. She actually did call the police. 2 officers showed up Saturday morning. Sir, we got a report about stolen property. Not stolen. Abandoned. Asked her to leave. Gave her until 6 to get her stuff. She got most of it, left the rest. Donated what remained. She says there was a valuable necklace. If it was valuable, she should have prioritized getting it. Cleared out the bedroom a week after she left. The officer looked tired. Sir, this is a civil matter. We cannot force you to return items you no longer have. They left. Honestly, I do vaguely remember seeing a necklace. It is in a box in my closet, but she called the cops on me, tried to file false HR complaints, sent lawyer letters demanding $10,000. She can go buy a new necklace. 5 weeks have passed since everything started. Time to wrap this up because honestly I am tired of thinking about it. Her lawyer sent one more letter 3 weeks ago. Reduced demand. $5,000. Final offer to settle amicably. My lawyer responded. Counter offers $0. Alternatively, we will file a countersuit. Client has documentation of agreed $600 monthly contribution with proof of only $2,000 paid over 8 months. Shortfall $2,800. Add half of groceries and utilities over that period. Looking at $4,500 owed. Never heard back. No lawsuit filed. Guess her lawyer finally told her the truth. The necklace drama came to a head 2 weeks ago. Her mom called from yet another number. That necklace is worth $4,000. Been in our family for generations. We want it back or we are taking legal action. I had enough. You know what? Fine. Come get it. But I am giving it directly to her in person with a witness present. Tomorrow noon, my driveway. Bring a notary. She agreed. Next day they showed up. My ex, her mom, her sister, a notary they brought. I handed over the necklace. She signed the document my lawyer drafted. Receipt and agreement that she received all remaining property and had no further claims. As she was leaving, she turned around. You know, you did not have to be so cruel about all of this. You called me toxic on Facebook. Filed false complaints with my job. Sent legal threats, tried to manipulate me for 8 months. I just ended a bad situation. That is not cruel. That is self-preservation. I did love you. No, you did not. I read your diary. You loved my house and my money. You loved not paying rent. But me? Never. That is not fair. Life is not fair. You learned that when your financial plan walked away. They left. Have not heard from any of them since. Here is where it gets interesting. The HR complaint her sister filed. My company investigated who made it. Traced the call, discovered it was filed maliciously with no actual knowledge of workplace harassment. HR called me last week. They were considering legal action against the person who filed the false complaint. Asked if I wanted to be involved. I told them to handle it however they thought appropriate. Done dealing with that family directly. So now her sister might face actual consequences for trying to weaponize HR against me, tried to hurt me and ended up hurting herself instead. The Facebook post has over 300 likes now. More than her original Toxic Men post ever got. Comments mostly supportive. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Her original post still up. My comments still there, I agree. My house feels like mine again. Clean, quiet, food I bought that I will actually eat. Bills paid by me without wondering if someone else will chip in. Started dating again. Coffee with someone I met through friends. She has her own place, her own career. We split the check without drama. When she asked about my previous relationship, I kept it simple. She was not ready to be an equal partner. It ended. No need to mention Facebook drama and suitcases on first dates. People keep asking if I regret the Facebook post. Honest answer? No, she made our breakup public first. I agreed and acted accordingly. Could I have handled it privately? Sure, but she chose the public arena, so I played the same game, lost some friends. But they were not real friends if they supported someone who used me financially and called me toxic for asking for basic contributions. What I learned from this mess: do not let people live with you without clear written agreement. If someone makes you villain publicly, defend yourself publicly. Pay attention to financial patterns. When someone shows you they are using you, believe it. My house, clean, quiet. Drama died down. Life is boring again. Boring is exactly what I wanted. She wanted to walk away from toxic men. I made it easy. She should thank me, really. The posts are still up, still public. Reminder that if you call someone toxic on social media, they might just agree with you. And that agreement might come with suitcases on the driveway. Start walking.